That's okay. All right. So some of the new things that I think people are maybe a little bit confused about, the memberships and what they are. So the 2B there's a 2B membership and there's an Ultimate Portion Fix membership. And basically they're memberships where you pay $20 a month and you get like additional, and the way you can think of it when you're talking to people is it's an add-on. They don't need to be afraid that like what they already bought is going to disappear. They will have their videos that like their package with like either Ultimate Portion Fixed or 2B Mindset or both forever. This is just an additional add-on if they want it. That's it. So they'll get additional recipes. They'll get basically like more like time, quote unquote, with the meal plan people. So with like Alana or Autumn, where they do like office hours, where they, answer questions, that kind of thing. And then, exclusive recipes and just add on benefits for the meal plans. That's all that is. I'm sure there'll be more like rolling out, but that's what those are. If you already have the package, you will have that forever. You don't have to pay the $20 a month for that. That's yours no matter what. It won't be taken away forever. Okay, so don't be afraid. I know that's confusing for people. Like when I've had people now order Bar Blend, something will pop up asking them like, do you want like the 2B membership? And they're like, don't I already have that? Why is it asking me for that? Like it confuses people. So I just say to them like, don't worry, you already have it. It's just an add-on with extras if you want it. That's it. So that's like the easiest way I think to like formulate that. Another quick thing, this weekend is Super Weekend. So there's events everywhere. Live events everywhere, and in certain cities there are some trainers. I know somewhere near Boston is Joel. Laura, one of our coaches, is going to go there. You'll get, and some of them you'll get to do live workouts with the trainer. You'll get also, whether or not you're going to an event, obviously those of us who are will share the info with you. So we'll find out where the Success Club trip is this year. Like in other words, you'll be earning towards that. So it'll be next year's trip. Like this year's trip is in March. Next year's will also probably be March or April. So you'll get the info on where it is. And some of you guys will be able to already sign up right away, like next week. So look out for that. If you are new to coaching and you're like, oh, I want to earn that trip, I haven't been able to, they continuously send out invites all year long. So make sure that you hit Success Club every month to get considered to get a spot on that trip. And it's a free trip. The only thing you pay for is airfare. The hotel's free and it's always all inclusive wherever it is. So we'll get the details on that on Saturday. And they'll also share, I'm sure, new programs, new nutritionals, whether it be shake flavors or new bars or new products, whatever they are. So a lot of new stuff will be shared this weekend. So get excited about that because that's always really fun. Summit is coming in July. It's in New Orleans and it's going to be great. We already had one there. It was my favorite ever. I freaking love New Orleans. And we had a great time. We did a walking food tour. It was one of my favorite things I've ever done. I loved it. I'm gonna try and contact the exact same guy so we can do it again. We have a whole bunch of new people. I really, really hope that you guys are going to try and make it there. I promise it'll be worth your time and effort and investment. We share rooms and stuff, so that investment will be less, but make sure to get your ticket. If you're a newer coach, if you're a new coach, you can earn it by hitting Success Club the first 3 months in a row of coaching, and then your ticket is free. So definitely aim for that. It's totally worth it. You'll learn a lot. You'll get to grow your business. We all get to be together. Just being able to post about all of these things on Instagram is worth on any social media platforms makes you just like more legit, and they just really put on great events, and we have a great time together and learn a lot. So it's totally worth it. You should definitely try and be there. It'll be really fun. In terms of that, the rank advancement deadline to be recognized at Summit. So if you haven't been to Summit, you can get recognized on stage for all different things. You can get recognized just like by getting special seating and like just whatever, different things that they'll do for you. So if one of the you have to be at your star diamond level by April 30th. That's your date that you have to be, and then you have to hold it 6 weeks because the actual cutoff day is like June 6th or something. It's that first Thursday in June, 3rd. It's the first Thursday in June. That's the date that you have to be the official Star Diamond rank to be recognized on stage at Summit. So in your head, the date that you must be starting qualification, because it's a 6-week qualification for Star Diamond rank, is April 30th. Okay, so just try and remember that. I know some of my person, not a lot, but a couple of you guys want to be 2-star diamond by then and be recognized and all those things. So make sure that you have those dates in mind and you're working with your personally sponsored coaches to reach those goals before then, so you can represent your team, on stage. So that's that. What else? Summit SC trip. Goals, recognition, Cup. So there's Team Cup coming February 1st. So think about, there are lots of strategies for Team Cup. So Team Cup, basically, for those that don't know, it's a corporate thing that they put together where you get to form teams within your world of coaches, and the teams, basically the teams with the most points in the whole company win like super crazy things, like a trip to LA, and they get like shopping money, and they get like one-on-one workout sessions with the trainers and like all kinds of cool stuff. But if that's not your goal, everybody that like if you have a team of 4, I think it's either 4, sometimes they didn't tell us the exact yet, but it's somewhere between 3 and 5 people per team. And usually there's only allowed to be 1 diamond per team. So it'll be 1 diamond and then other levels below. And then if everybody on the team hits Success Club, you all will win like a backpack or a sweatshirt. Like you'll see, there'll be prizes announced of what they're going to be. But just start thinking about who you want on your team. This is a really good way to grow your business, because you'll be working really closely with the people on your team, like checking in every single day, making sure, you guys can do like little challenges within your own little team. You can do, so if you want to be Star Diamond by a certain date, you want to make sure that the people that you think are going to be your diamonds are on your team, because you're going to help them within, February really closely with hitting Success Club, signing up coaches, growing their business, so that's going to work for both of your advantages. So make sure that the people you're putting on your team are people that you feel like have potential to grow your business and their business together. Okay. So think about who you want on your team, and then you can start already, putting the word out for that. What else do I want to talk about? I think that's it in terms of, also, I just want to say real quick, for a PD book, I know everybody's probably looking for new ones. It took me a long time to finish it, and I'm not even finished yet, but I love the 5 a.m. Club. I feel like it's like literally a life-changing book. Like, I swear to God, like I'm buying it for my husband. I love it. Love it. Like I printed out, because I have it on the Kindle, which is, this is one I actually really wish I had in paper so I can like highlight stuff. But I literally like printed out, like, this is like the schedule of a day that they call the amazing day. Like there's so many like golden nuggets in that book. I love it. Like I want to read it again, like right when I finish it. So that's just a recommendation if you want one. Now, I'm going to show you real quick vision boards. I hope that you guys have your checklist printed. This is mine last year. I didn't do every week. I know you have mine, Allison. I'm coming on Thursday. I haven't been to Long Beach in like a month. I'll be there on Thursday.
All right, let me know.
I'll probably.
Let me know where you're going to be.
Okay. But probably Blacksmiths at like 10 a.m. is like my go-to. Okay, so what she's talking about, what we're talking about are these are the Success Club system trackers that corporate gave us, and basically we print 52 of these and get them bound so that you can just take this little handy dandy book with you wherever you go and check your list off throughout the day. I know a lot of you don't have a full hour to dedicate to work, like if you're have another full-time job or whatever, your life is crazy, then you can, and even if you do have a full hour, you can just use this and go through it. So if you don't want to do a video, or if you just prefer to do a checklist, these are great. Print them out. Okay, I'm going to show you guys some of my past vision boards to give you some inspiration. Then I'm going to open it up to any questions you have. I hope that you guys are, promoting. I don't know if that's the right word. I hope that you're like excited about and sharing your excitement about Bar Blend. I am the first to tell you, I am not a bar person. I hate bar classes. I literally signed up for a bar package in my neighborhood before bar was a thing, like when people didn't know what it was yet. And it, like one of the studios popped up here, and they had this, like, before they even opened, this deal of like, whatever it was, 10 classes for however much. And I just did it because that's the type of person I am. And then I went to one and I was like, hell no. And I never went back, and I let those classes get wasted. And that was the end of it. So when this program was being announced, I was like, okay, I'm not doing that, but I'll try it once because I need to know about it for like my people. And I do know that there's a big market for it. I knew that. I know a lot of people love it. And so I was like, it'll be great to have for those people, but I'm not those people. I'm not going to do it. And then when we were at leadership, which you guys, I hope other people come with us to leadership this year. And all you have to do to be there basically is get to 5-star diamond. And it's the best trip by far. There's no comparison that Beachbody does. And it's going to be at the same location as it was this year, which was Scottsdale. I loved it. It was amazing. Like the vibes and just the place, it was just great. You guys will love it. The spot is like insane. It's so nice. So anyway, margaritas, amazing, you guys. The downtown area, fucking great. I mean, it's so great. Like it's so great. So anyway, rewind. At that event, you get to work out live with the instructors for the programs that aren't out yet. So we had that one and we're like, all right, we'll try it. Not excited about it. Gonna be stupid. Gonna have to do another workout. And we're blown away by how great it was and how hard it was and how it worked muscles that like we've never worked, and just like loved it. And I'm on day 2 and I love it so much. And I'm so happy that I gave it a shot. And I'm so happy that I love it because it's so easy to promote now. And people in my group that like in my challenge group that weren't doing it at all, they were like, no way, I'm not doing that, are seeing myself and the other people posting about it. And they're all like, I want it. I made a mistake. I want it. What do I do? How do I order it? Like that's happening I've already had like 4 people that didn't want it that are now ordering it. So just putting it out there. Okay. Now let me share some of my old vision boards real quick. This one I just found because it was framed. So it's going to be difficult to show you guys, but I'll read it to you. So this was, I must have made it in like January of 2017. So it's a couple years old, and I'll tell you what it says. So not all of them are done, but some of them are. So this one says, run the best challenge groups I possibly can and help transform as many women as possible. And I feel like I definitely have done that. Like I really am happy with my challenge group. And I will say, I think that last year, Geraldine came on a call and like told us, I don't know who was on that call or when that happened, but she gave us like tips about how her challenge group was like things she was doing to make it great. And I like took those things seriously and ran with them. And I feel like my group has been great ever since. So I'm grateful for that. 150,000 in savings by December 31st, 2017. No idea if that happened. It's definitely possible. Really don't know. This is be a speaker at Coach Summit, but that has not, but I did get to speak on a national wake up call, which wasn't even in my horizon of the world. So I kind of feel like that's on the same page, as that. Breezy Point Beach House. That is a reality now. That is something we put on here like as something in the far, far future, and that is done. This is about personal development books. Unplugged family nights and date nights. We definitely do that a lot. Be in a test group. That has happened twice since this. I was in the Shift Shop test group and I was in the MM100 test group. I also want to tell you guys real quick about test groups. They are now, I don't know if you guys saw the post. This is so important. Success starters are getting spots in test groups now. So if you're a brand new coach and you hit Success Club the first 3 months as a coach, you are starting now. Like it started in, I think, October. If you hit Success Club October, November, December, you're a new coach, you got a spot in the 10 rounds test group. So what? Like that, when you have new people signing up, or like, guys, that's gold. That like builds your business. As long as you're consistent and you have that, it's like a no-brainer for building your business. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. You get to be in a really small group with the trainer. You actually get to know the trainer. Like like genuinely, like I feel like you become friends with them. Like when you see them at Summit, they know you. When you're at Summit, they usually do like special things for you. Like there'll be like a special meetup just for the test group. At Summit during the workouts, you'll get to work out with them up front. Sometimes you get to be on stage with them. I've gotten to be on stage a number of times with the trainers. You get to literally be like friends with them. They'll come on your team calls. It is a game changer. So plus you get all your results from the test group before the program is out for anybody else. So it's like, what? You guys want your coaches to have this opportunity. Their business will explode. Your business will explode. So good. So when people are signing up and they want to know why they should hit Success Club, now they have a reason. Hit Success Club the first 3 months, they'll get this isn't a definite, but they're starting to do it and they did it for 10 rounds, where you'll get a much better chance of getting chosen for the test group. So use that. What else do I have here? Work with my current team that wants it. Recruit at least 4 new coaches a month. These are like really specifics that I don't remember from 2017. Stay consistent with meal plan and workouts, and 15 strong diamond coaches. That didn't happen. That I know. But I'm going to hope that happens this year. And I feel this year already like so positive about my coaches. And let me tell you guys something. I feel like last year I kind of like switched gears and spent more time on – I feel like this was a mistake. That's why I want to tell you, so that maybe you guys don't make this mistake. I feel like last year I kind of switched gears from like working so closely with helping my coaches build their business to just building my business. Like I always hit SE like 20-ish every single month. Like I had bigger sales numbers all the time, but I wasn't having as many of my coaches hitting Success Club. That's not how I've ever run my business before. Like every other previous time in life, I'll hit like Success Club 10, always 10. It's been like 75 months in a row for 10. I never ever get less than 10. But it would be like 10 and I switch gears immediately and I work one-on-one with all my coaches that are putting in their time and make them hit Success Club. So it's like I literally turn off that like phase of like signing people up and I go to like the phase of like helping my coaches and recruiting new coaches. And I'm back to that. Like I am back in that, and that's what I'm doing this year to build my business, because I know that's what works in terms of growing your income, in terms of helping other people grow their business. It's what works. So just like if you're in the mind frame of like wanting to create a team and an income, and like that's what you're here for, do that. Okay. So like you need to be consistent, obviously, in your sales. You need to hit Success Club for sure. That's like a minimum. But then you need to switch gears and start saying like, okay, that box is checked, and now I'm gonna be working with my coaches and helping them hit Success Club. Like I'm doing one-on-ones with all my coaches that are working for it. I'm talking like heavily to my clients that don't want a coach, that are like kick ass and I know they'll kill it. I'm like, you must be on my call on Thursday. I'm doing a coach info session on Thursday. If any of you guys have people that want to listen in, you're welcome to. If you are a coach that feels good about coaching, you're welcome to talk on the call. So we're going to do that on Thursday night at 8:30. And it's a coach info, like a sneak peek. Like we'll just talk about coaching and get questions answered and get people signed up is the idea. What? Did somebody have a question? Okay. So anyway, putting that out there. Okay. Now I want to show you the other vision board. This was this year's vision board. So I'm going to read it to you. It is doing more charity work and getting kids involved. I did do that. I did more charity work this year, and I have more. I'm like working on doing, and this is why I haven't, so I did more charity work for sure. So I can check that box. But me and my best friend are trying to create a new charity. So we haven't been doing the work that actually helps people because we're trying to set up these things that will help more people in the future. So I don't know where that stands, but I want to get that set up for next year. Spotlight the great things about my partner. So instead of thinking about all the reasons I hate my husband, which is easy, I try and think about all the reasons that I love him. And I've been really good at this year. Like, I swear to God, my mind is like totally, instead of like the default being like, ugh, I fucking hate you, it's like the opposite. So it's really a good thing. So working on eliminating chaos and creating peace in my house for myself, my kids, and my husband. I feel like I've been really, really good at that too. Just by like creating systems and organization and just like trying really hard not to like sweat the small stuff and like freak out about everything. And it's also easier because my kids are older now. So it's just like much easier. So I don't know if I'm better at that or if that's why, but either way, I'm going to check that box. Build and maintain the strongest team we ever had. I will not say we're there right now, but I genuinely believe this is the year that that's going to happen already with the people on this call and the people that I have up and coming that I'm really excited about. Maintain my results all year and forever. First year of my life that I can say that that's happened. Exactly the same body in this picture. I have it, and it's the one I wanted to maintain, and it's really amazing to not have to lose weight ever, I have to say. More time in Long Beach with family and friends. Definitely have maintained that. I've been going at least once a week and spend time with both my parents and my best friends. Not this last month, but other than that, I go once a week, sometimes more than once a week. Attract and help create leaders. I think that's happening. The Million Club, that did happen, and happy health, wealth, and for all my coaches. That's what I have written here. So that was last year. So you guys can see, like, a lot of this stuff really becomes reality when it's not just about like creating a vision board. It's about sitting and thinking about what you really want in your future, even if it seems so like crazy and far off and like what that's never going to happen. Putting it out there, like into the world and onto paper and into your head, and like spending that time to actually like identify things that you want, then make you consciously and subconsciously like work for it. When you don't have those goals, there's nothing to work towards. There's nothing to work towards. So like, there's no way to improve your life when you don't even know what you want to do to improve it. You know what I mean? So that's how these magically work, right? Like I don't believe in like all that hippie-ish, like, oh, you like envision it and it's there. I just believe that like you spend the time to think about what you want, you put it on paper, and then you work for it. If you don't take that first step, none of those other steps are going to follow. So that's why I really think it works. This is my vision board for this year. I'll tell you guys what it says. Be more present just in all cases. I want to be more present. So in terms of like when I'm with my kids, be more present. When I'm with my husband, be more present. When I'm on these calls, when I'm having one-on-one calls, when I'm with my parents, just in general, like be more present. Don't be thinking about what's happening next. Don't be thinking about what happened before. Just be in that moment and take it in, okay? Work more with charities. I wrote that here, and I want to do that, but I want our charity to get up and running so that we can actually help people with it. Double my Instagram followers. It's also good when you guys are creating these to have some of the things on there with specific numbers. I should write on there what my number is now, just so I know what my double would be. So double my Instagram followers is one of them. So writing that there is now going to make me sign up for a course that's going to be about Insta growth and work towards it. And that's how next year I'm going to say, look, you guys, I doubled my Instagram followers, not just because I put it on my vision board and it appeared. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. So more organized at home and in my business. I just always feel like I can use improvement in that area. Just always in everything I do. Organization is something I always can use more of. Positively impact as many lives as possible. And by that, I mean coaches, clients, and just people like following me that hopefully can get something positive out of my story, out of my posts, out of my tips. Just make it better than I left, make the room, make the world better when I leave than when I came in. Attract and create leaders. Something I always work towards, not just create leaders, but attract leaders, attract people like myself that like want to build a business and aren't afraid to work. Double my income. That's another exact number. And like I said, I'd like to have a couple things on there with exact, like definitive numbers that you can say you achieved or not. And fine tune my brand. So those are the things that I want to work on in 2020. I have it printed out. I have it right here. I have it in my phone. I'm going to put it as my screensaver. That is that. So I hope that you guys spend a couple minutes creating your vision board. And like I said, it really does work. Not magically, but when you keep it in front of you and you work towards it and you spend the time to think through what you really want. And that's, I think, the hardest thing for some people. I feel like when I first started making vision boards, and a lot of people like that I talk to say this too, they'll be like, I don't really want anything. Like, I'm happy. You know, like, I'm good in my life. Like, there's not really much, like, I really want to change, you know? But if you, like, actually sit, like, then you're just, okay, so then you just, like, live every day over and over again the same and then you die? Like, no. Like, that's not what any of us want, I hope, right? I hope we all have some goals for something more. And if you're really happy in your life, that's great. So maybe making more money will help you to help more people. So just like remember that. Don't be afraid to put money on your goals list, because when you make more money, you can give more money. And believe me, we in this family give money. We're all about giving to every cause, every charity, helping however we can. So remember, that's not being greedy at all. It's just another means to help people. So I'm going to look at does anybody have any questions you have now? If you want to just say them, you can, because I think I'm done with everything I have to say. I'm going to look in this list here. Yeah. So yes, I've been trying to use like any, like walking when I walk my dog all the time, or like I walk the kids to school and then on the way home, I try to always just keep my AirPods with me and listen to podcasts. I've been listening to the Influencer podcast, Boss Babe, just anything that I think could like grow my business. So even if you get like 15 minutes in a day, instead of just like looking around, I'll listen to the podcast and look around, like while I'm walking the dog or while I'm on the subway. Instead of listening to music, I'll listen to a podcast. So that's something that you can implement. That's like an easy way to get personal development in. There's an app that's called SE Bat. So here you go. I'm going to get this app right now, actually. So someone just said there's an app that's called, hold on, I can't use this wallpaper. I'm just putting I just replaced my kids with my vision board on my wallpaper on my phone.
Melissa?
Yeah.
It looks like this.
Okay, I'm going to get it right now.
Where?
Okay. I'm going to get it right now. So there's that's all right. Tell us about it. Can you?
Okay. So I've been using this to track my power hours. So it has a calendar and all the little dots represent everything that you've completed. So if you go into a date,
love it.
It's hard to see.
That's so great. I'm getting it.
It has all of like drink your Shakeology, you work out, personal development,
I love that.
Connections, invite 5 people. Like it has all the stuff that's on the activity tracker right here on your phone.
That's really great.
And then you click the little save button and it will show you on your calendar once you've completed all your dots. So once you've got a colored dot on there, you've completed the activity for it.
So great. Okay, you guys, it's called the SC Bat. Literally go to the App Store, put in SC space BAT, and you'll have that with you, which is a freaking amazing tool. Thank you for sharing that. Check it off, and you could do that when you're in the car waiting for your kid. Check off some boxes when you're whatever, right? Like there's how many times a day are there that you are just on your phone scrolling? Instead of scrolling, check off some of these boxes. Drink Shakeology, work out. Look at this. I love this. So I'm going to check all the boxes right now because I definitely did it, but I'm just going to check it to see what it does. Check, check, check. And you can put notes in, which is awesome too, because then you can see like if there's somebody that you want to get back to. Okay. Now you go to the calendar. Yep, I see it. That's so great. Yeah.
And I find it awesome. And I find it really helpful because I don't have a lot of time to do my power hours in one solid hour. So I'm usually doing stuff in the morning and stuff on my lunch at my full-time job and then stuff in the evening.
Now you know exactly.
I don't have to carry a book around with me. I can just plunk it all in my.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, so SC space BAT. Thank you. I listened to the audiobook, but I really do want to buy the actual book. This is for 5 a.m. Club. 5 a.m. Club, guys. There's a new BOD Life channel on BOD you can watch a little clip of that workout at Leadership. That's fun. Jerry runs a great group. She does. I'm gonna ask Geraldine to be a guest speaker at our next call so that she can give you guys tips on just like getting people to participate in challenge groups. We might even have it recorded, the last one. But all the stuff she said really worked for me because I feel like I was struggling a lot. I always sweat on these calls. I need to wear like nothing. I feel like I was struggling a lot with like participation in my challenge group and like feeling like it was good. And I will tell you guys, once you feel like your challenge group is good, like once you find the value in it, it's so much easier to sell. Because like I know my challenge group is awesome. So I know that when people get in it, they're going to be better from it. Like I know that. And I always highlight when I'm talking to prospects, I highlight all the time, like all the benefits they're going to get out of my challenge group. I'm like, you're going to get a tour of my refrigerator, my freezer, my pantry, all the shortcuts, all the things I buy, all the things I keep in the house, because I do not meal prep. That's not something I do. So I have all the shortcuts. You're going to get a tour of all that, which I did a video of it and I put it in there. It took me 20 minutes and now it lives in there. And that's a highlight that I give to every person that comes into my challenge group. I say, you're going to get a list of like everything at Trader Joe's that we buy. That's like a shortcut. You're going to see every single bite of food I take every single day because I share that in my group with all my clients. I go live in there a couple times a week when I'm cooking or when I find a product I love or when I find some kind of new shortcut. I share all those things in my group. Those are all tools that you're going to get inside my challenge group. Plus you get a kick-ass community of women that are just freaking awesome. Like I have so many great women in my group that are participating, that are getting great results. And those are the ones that are going to be, mark my words, the diamonds this year. I guarantee it. And I'm going to make them get on my call on Thursday and they're going to be working amazing coaches. I know it because they're already leading in my group. Rachel on the call right now is one of them. Like you can just tell. And I know you guys have those people in your groups. You can tell when there's people in your groups that stand out. They're cheering other people on. They're always posting. They're consistent. They're getting results. Those are your coaches that are going to be able to help other people. So look for them and don't let them just say no and stop. I harass the shit out of them. I'm like, no. You're going to be on the call on Thursday because you're going to help people. And I know they want to, and they're just afraid. And I know what this business can do for them. I know what it will do for them. So don't give up on them. Okay. Let me see. I'm sorry. There's a new BOD Life channel. Okay. There's a new BOD Life channel, you guys, on the BOD app. It comes up. So you can click on that and check it out. 3 times in the first 6 months. I don't know what that was in reference to. How do you normally get a spot? How do you get a spot? Oh, I told you. Normally for test groups, the way you get a spot is like luck. Literally, it'll be like, that's how it was up until like this year. It was like corporate would like pick on you. You would get chosen like for whatever reason. It could be that you have a good following on Instagram or on social media and they know that like because you have a good following, you'll be able to share it a lot. It could be, it was like a mystery to
Wait,
watch.
but do you apply?
No.
There's no like,
apply.
I'm interested.
No, nothing. Nope. Zero.
Nothing like that. There's not like, I'm interested in doing this.
Nothing. Nope.
Okay.
Never. So once you become like a bigger coach, like once you become like where you actually like the corporate people know you and you talk to them, you can make it known to them what your goals are. So like once you're like, basically once you're 5-star and above, you like really work more closely with corporate and you could say to them like, I want to speak at Summit. I want to be on the National Wake Up Call. I want to be in a test group. And they'll like help fight for you for those things that you want. Like that's kind of like how it works. But now this past year, they've started doing it based on Success Club points. Like you remember they had like the most people with the most Success Club points got into like the 100 Morning Meltdown 100. And now they're doing it with the Success Starters, which I think is the greatest idea ever. Success Starters.
Right. So that's why I wasn't sure if they were still going to do it the same way with everybody. Because if they're just going to do the Success Starters, then I didn't know if they were going to do the same with like
the next program.
Older folk.
I don't know. Yeah,
You know?
we'll see. They'll probably let us know. But I think that they're going to try and do this to motivate people to be Success Starters, which is great.
Yeah.
Because if they're a Success Starter, that means they're already working hard. They're already building their business. And then they get to do this. That's going to explode their business. So it's awesome. Okay. SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Yeah. So when you're making your vision board, try and think of specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goals. That's what Allison Juro wrote. If anyone wants advice on visioning, the brochure booklet Zingerman's Writing a Vision of Greatness was a game changer for me in getting my business where it needed last year.
Yeah, so it's we do visioning at work because we do it more instead of like a visual board, it's an essay format, and you can write it in a year. It's always written in the past tense, and it's either written in a year or like 10 years or 5 years, whatever. And it's mandatory for your business to have it, but also as an individual professional employee, you write visions. So I did it for my company personally. February last year was 2019, right? So 2018, I wrote one of like where I wanted to be in 2024. And it included like a bunch of like, kind of like you're saying, of like throw it to the wall and see what, like, and then force yourself to actually try to accomplish it. So that's why I spent 4 months in Europe last year, because I wrote it of like, this is how I envision I will accomplish it. And this is how I will support the rest of my team to make it happen. And here's the benefits 5 years from then, what that led to, blah, blah, blah. And you're writing it from kind of almost like a journaling, like as if you were writing a journal in 2024 or whatever, like what the past 5 years have looked like, kind of. And we do it a lot with scholarship applicants, that if they want the scholarship, what did the scholarship do for them in 4 years, whatever. So I find that format, like a vision, basically it's like you could do a vision board, plot out visually what you want, but if you really want to like put pedal, like how to execute, then this is a really great, so this resource, I can send the link into the thing. It's like an $8 booklet or something like that. They don't do digital because Zingerman's is super old school, they like everything printed, but I love it because it's only like 40 pages. Like, they're funny because it's part of a whole series. They do a lot of training for professionals. I've attended their seminars. They're in Michigan. They're really great for like customer service, open finance, all this kind of stuff. But they do a visioning one. But this is like part 7 of their 10 series. And the book itself, you can buy individually. It's like 50 pages, if that, it's like 30 pages. It's really small. But like, it's super great. Like, you make that board, now how to execute it. Because that's always the kicker, is like, how do you make those things actually happen?
Right.
But the premise being that like, you can't possibly accomplish these goals unless you vision it, because you have to visualize yourself actually there.
Right.
Yeah.
And for me, like in the Passion Planner has it.
Yeah.
If you guys have this book, they make you do that. Like, they make you sit and write things like 3 months, 6 months, a year, like 5 years, where you're like no boundaries, like the craziest things you can possibly do, write it down.
Yep. So yeah, I highly recommend this. I'll send the link. You can buy it online and get it sent to you. It's like I said, it's really cheap, but it's a really great of like, if you want to do a follow-up to your board, like a great thing. Yeah. And I can even send an example of my vision that I did for work as an example of what a vision looks like, that then got me to actually accomplish. And like, it didn't just end with 2019. I have goals for my work in 2020. And I'm actually thinking of doing it now, because I wrote a professional one and I want to write a personal vision. Mm-hmm. And so that would include like stuff with like nutrition, health goals, plus like professional, obviously. So yeah, I'll send the example. And if you've ever written anything like that before, it might be a little awkward. Some people find it awkward to write in the past tense. But I do a lot of, that's the scholarship I run, is helping people write visions. So if you ever need advice on that, happy to help.
Awesome. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should do, okay, we gotta do one more picture. Sorry. Do something fun. I'm gonna do one more. Can you do something fun? Do something fun. We want to look fun. We're trying to recruit people. Ready, set, go. Cool. Does anybody have any other questions about anything? I did record some of this, most of it, I feel like, probably, I think. So I will share it. Does anybody have questions about anything so far? Good. I just want to put this out there too. I feel like some of you guys might not have a coach that's working anymore. That happens a lot in this business, and it's shitty, but it just happens. I had that happen. Like, my coach that was my coach that I signed up with I never worked with her. Like, she just wasn't like a leader, and that's life. But if you want help with something and you don't have an upline coach that's working with you, or she's not as into he or she or whoever got you into this maybe is no longer that into it, or never like made it a big business, only a side thing or whatever, you guys can reach out to me for help. I'm already working with some people in my downline that are not mine that are in that situation and they just want to like feel more part of the team and help and all that jazz. So by all means reach out and I'm happy to help you guys, you know, whether or not you're my coaches. Does anybody have anything to say before we go? I'll post this recording probably tomorrow, being realistic. Tonight's probably not going to happen. But I think that's it. So if you guys do your Rachel, 1 second. If you do your vision boards, you should share them. And you could do it. So I did it on my phone, just so you know. Literally took me like 15 minutes because, by the way, let me say it only took me 15 minutes because I already did like the thing in the passion planner. So that was like where it was like you timed yourself for 5 minutes and you write about like where, like just let your mind go wild about like what you would want with your life, right? And that's like kind of where I went with it. And so I used that and I used my previous year's vision boards and I've used just knowing like some of the things I'm already working on, like building this charity, those kind of things to make this board. That's why like the thinking part kind of already happened, but the putting together part took 5 minutes. And I literally used the app Over. If you go on my YouTube page, there's like a girl, there's a branding exercise with this girl. Oh shit, I forgot her name, but it says like branding, like a branding thing. It's only one of them on my YouTube page. And she taught me to use this app and I've used it ever since. And it's like a life changer. I use it for everything. So that's how I just did that in 5 minutes. I literally took snapshots of I Googled, took snapshots and put them all in my Over and then printed it. And now I have it on my screensaver. Allison, what's up? And then Rachel.
Where are you suggesting we share them? Like on our
share them for us. Share them in our page. You can share them
in our crew or like
yeah.
Everybody?
No, like on Team Inspire. If you want to share them for everybody, by all means, you can. Wherever you feel comfortable. But definitely at least Team Inspire.
Okay, yeah. And I made mine on Canva. I love
I can't, you're into that. I feel like that was hard.
I love Canva. That's where I make meal plans.
You make all kinds of stuff on there. You're like one of those people. Like, I'm not this is so much easier than.
Do you use Canva on your phone or just on the web browser?
Both.
Okay, because I've done it I use it a ton on the web browser. It's great. I agree. I love it. But on the phone, I found it's kind of difficult to edit and stuff like that.
I throw in the images and then I go right to my computer and I
got it. So you use it. Okay, that's smart. Okay, because I've struggled doing an entire project or like the iPad too. Like it's been really difficult. So
it's so hard.
Nightmare. Okay, cool. I was wondering about that. Awesome. And then I just had one question regarding kind of like growth of business and something someone kind of asked me, but then it was more of like it made me think. So with challenge groups, would you ever recommend or is it beneficial to like pair up with another coach to run a challenge group together? Or is that like not beneficial or?
Lots of people do that.
Okay.
Usually what happens is when I have new coaches, they just add people to my challenge group.
Right.
But you just skip that step and you definitely could join courses with somebody.
Yeah, because like for instance, someone, speaking of you harassing people, so someone that you've been like really
to join. I know.
So, it's been great because her and I've been talking. She was asking me questions and stuff like that, and I thought that someone like her might be a good person to run a group with.
You guys would be good, definitely. And she's gonna be a great coach. Like on Fit Wars, everybody that was on her team was like, Courtney's like sending me messages about her. I'm like, if she doesn't coach, I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out. Like, I am not gonna handle this well at all. Like, and you too, when you were the Fit Wars captain, like, there are just people that you just know it's gonna like change their life so positively once they give into it. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll work on her too.
I think she's a done deal. All right, so I think that's it. If anybody has any other questions after this call or anytime, you can let me know. If you need to work with me, like I said, because your situation with your coach, whatever, let me know. I'm trying to do one-on-ones with my coaches that are working every week so that we set goals every week, one-on-one check-in, and see how far they've come, all of that jazz, because I think that really helps with accountability. if you have coaches working, by all means, I suggest doing that. I think it goes a long way with helping them build their business. And that's about it. So happy 2020. I will see some of you next month. I'm going to definitely ask Geraldine to do, if I don't really, maybe we won't wait a month, and I'll ask her if she could do a live in Inspire, live about challenge group, kick ass. I'm writing it down so I don't forget. So that you guys can all get tips and tricks from her, because it really helped me. All right. I think that's it. Good night, guys. Now I should have done the boomerang. Bye, guys.